Now, this isn't just about squeezing more into your day for the sake of it. Together, we can use getting up early as a way to simplify our schedule, work more effectively, and have less stress throughout the day.
It's so nice here early. How's your breakfast?
It's alright. It's a bit dry.
So let's focus on the benefits of what can actually come from waking up earlier, because I believe that reframing the way we speak about the habits we're building is a really great way to make them stick. Way back when, when I was in high school, I used to think that staying up later made me more productive or more creative, and I would often pull all-nighters or go to bed at 2 or 3 a.m. and then still have to get up early and go to school the next day. Now it turns out it wasn't the evening time that I needed to feel creative and to feel refreshed. It was just quiet and calm, and learning how to cultivate that for myself. Learning to reprogram and make that shift so that you can go to sleep a little bit earlier and then wake up a little bit earlier will guarantee that in the morning you have less distraction. It can help boost your creativity, and then because you're setting up space for yourself in the morning, it can actually help you be more productive throughout the day. And I hope that by sharing some of these tips, it can do the same for you. Before we even get to the morning, we should take a look at the night before. And I know it is so easy to get absorbed into a TV series, I've been watching Sherlock again, or, to get stuck into playing a game, and I have gotten exceptionally competitive at Mario Kart. But I always notice that when I give into these kind of habits, I never feel as good the next day. One of the easiest ways to help yourself wake up early and still feel good is to start getting to bed a little bit earlier each week. Honestly, just start with 15 to 30 minutes earlier, and then bring your mornings back 15 to 30 minutes earlier to match. I found a study recently which I thought was quite interesting. It involved just over 1,000 workers from Japan, and it found that those who went to bed later were more likely to have depressive symptoms. However, the duration of their sleep may have contributed to these symptoms, because overall they were getting a lot less hours because they did still have to get up early to go to work. From a science perspective, in order to get to sleep earlier and not just lie around tossing and turning, one thing that we can do is try to help our body naturally produce its own melatonin. So the main job of melatonin is to regulate our sleep and wake cycles. And something as simple as having more darkness around actually prompts our body to produce more melatonin, thereby making us tired and want to go to sleep. Some easy ways I like to do this, which you might like to also try, are decreasing phone time before bed. This doesn't mean not using it at all, but I find it helpful to set a little reminder in my phone so that I remember, oh, yep, I have to switch things off or put them on airplane mode or whatever it might be, just to give my mind and my eyes a little bit of break from the screen time. Well, yes, blue light can interfere with that melatonin production. I think it's more than that. I think it's also the way that our brains interact with these fast-moving apps. Instead, try swapping it out for something that relaxes you. Maybe we could light a candle and read a book. Anything that you like to use personally to help calm your mind, especially after a busy or stressful day. To make it feel even easier again, let's look at the reason why you want to wake up earlier. Do you want to focus on your health? Do you need some time to fit study in the mornings so that you can relax and have time off in the evening? Do you want to make space for something that you enjoy doing before you have to start work for the day? Something as simple as having a reason why you want to wake up is going to make it so much easier to jump out of bed in the morning. Let's be real, if you hate going for a run, don't tell yourself you're going to get out of bed early to go for a run, because it's just not going to happen. Now, what you enjoy might be completely different from what I enjoy, and that's okay. Maybe for you it's jumping up and having a fresh cup of coffee. It could be fitting in some meditation before you start for the day. Or maybe even going out for a walk and actually getting to feel the fresh breeze on your face. I like to do a little bit of journaling in the morning, and no, it's not like a dear diary, I can't write like that. For me, it's simply bullet points. It's goals, it's affirmations, it's controlling the way that I want to feel throughout the day. I like to keep it short, sweet, and to the point, but for me, it's just that act and that intention of getting thoughts out onto paper, organizing my mind so that I can have a clearer day and I don't feel so stressed. The reason that I like to do this is because I feel that affirmations and goal setting are a way for us to consciously control some of what's going on throughout our mind in the day. It also helps me embrace a more positive attitude and release negative thoughts that aren't serving me. I'm someone who can be quite self-critical, and I get caught up on little details or mistakes or things I've overlooked for too long, and I'm finding that this habit is helping a lot. It takes time and practice, which is why I'm finding it a really uplifting and motivating part of my morning. The good news is, once you're awake, if you're able to stay awake for more than 5 minutes, you're very likely to stay awake and get out of bed. Hitting the snooze button is actually going to make you feel more tired. And research has shown that spending the last 30 minutes of your sleep in fragmented sleep actually severely impacts your ability to function throughout the day. Fragmented sleep is less restorative than having one consolidated sleep, and it leads to sleepiness and cognitive impairment during your day. To avoid the fragmented sleep when you're trying to wake up, you could set an alarm and place your phone on the other side of the room if you have a plug over there. If you have LED lights, similar to what I have with the LIFX, or if you have the Philips Hue kind of ones, you can actually go through your phone and set a timer to set your lights to turn automatically on. And I found this extremely useful when the mornings are still really dark here because we're going into winter. Another simple trick to make sure you stay out of bed is to immediately have a whole bunch of water. Imagine how much water you need after not having any for 8 hours. And fatigue is a really common symptom of dehydration, so a lack of water can cause feelings of tiredness and moodiness. Use your food as fuel to give your body some calories and get started for the morning. Build yourself a breakfast that will help fight fatigue, a nutritious meal that will increase your energy and help you pay more attention throughout the day. A healthy breakfast will include some lean protein, some whole grains such as whole wheat bread or wraps, oatmeal or even rice, some healthy fats like nuts or nut butters or seeds, and sugars that are paired with a fiber that make them slower digesting, such as fruit. If we can learn to incorporate a slightly more fixed schedule in our mornings and our evenings, it's going to feel easier and easier to wake up at that earlier time that we want. Routines set expectations and they help shift behavior. Having a regular, rough time window in which you go to bed can help you with becoming sleepy at that time after you've repeated the pattern for a few weeks. It doesn't need to be the exact same time every single night to work, just a rough window will do absolutely fine. And that should be enough to set our body up with the expectation that it will get to sleep at a certain time. If this is something that you would like to do, try to find a routine that will realistically work in with all the other responsibilities that you have in your day. And please give yourself the time and the patience to let it fall into place. As always, it means a lot to me if you enjoyed any part of this video to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see how I organize my day to keep it structured, but still have enough time for downtime and for creativity, then watch the video which I've pinned on the screen. Hope you're well, I hope you're looking after yourself, and I'll see you soon.